Hey y'all, so I wanted to let y'all know something I've been working on called Line. I don't necessarily know what to classify it as. One could classify it as a virtual machine, but the research that I've done, I guess you could say the best way I can explain it is that it's a virtual machine that's running a fantasy console within. I think that's the best way I can explain it. And it only works with code that is designed for it. So you can't do like how I had with what I called the HGP, which is supposed to be my own, virtual handheld thing. It doesn't work like that one does, because that one you could take any HTML code, that contains CSS and JavaScript and just throw it in there and it works. But with this, you have to make custom code for it. And for me, I'm basically designing it to run low pixel games. So it runs games in like 128p resolution. I know that sounds ridiculous. And it also has its own custom 8-bit video format, picture format called LMV. So I can make games using that format and the format that I've already, designed to make games and code for it. So it's pretty cool. But I know it sounds ridiculous, but y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. And I have been doing other things in the background. So do not worry. I'm going to show y'all the other things I've been doing, but I just wanted to let y'all know about this.
Good morning, y'all. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you a little bit about how line code works in terms of the commands. So in this video, I actually highlight and show you different commands that are inside the code, like the system commands, and show you that if you remove them, that they won't run without them. I also show other commands such as display _240, which is a resolution command. I also have the CRT and the 16-bit commands and the eProgram commands that are in here. Now, in the examples, it's just me changing or showing you different parts of the code or showing you different hardware settings in order to run the code. And when you get to the very end, I'll actually be scrolling through each code, and there's going to be more code than what you see in the text thing right now. And the reason why I scroll through it is to low-key show the journey. Now, obviously I haven't finished the language, but I still have custom commands. So there are certain things that are different and are changed. So certain words might be translated over, like function will equal collect, or let will equal allow, or constant will equal section. So if you see these words, that's the reason why they're there, because eventually when I complete the line language, it would just be completely in line. So, well, not everything, but basically I'm just giving people an option to either do it the normal way, or you can do it within the lines way. And it doesn't really matter which way you do it, because the line will be able to detect what you're doing. And at the end of the video, I actually go through more code than what you see right here. So as you can see in the text, it's only 6 codes in there. At the very end, there will be more in there, and I will scroll through them. And that's to basically show you the journey and show you how the code has changed over time. Now, normally when coding line games, I would say you're definitely going to use a lot of window and if statements, and you're going to use else statements as well. I decided to really keep those the same. I could have changed those as well, but I was like, nah, I don't want to change that. I kind of want to keep it, familiar, but at the same time unique. So when you actually look at the code, you could be like, all right, this is different. This is not the same exact thing, but then it's also recognizable. And as you saw, if you read the text on screen, you don't necessarily have to learn the new language. You just have to know the line commands. Now, I know a lot of people will probably think like line commands and the line coding are the same thing. And while they are the same thing, they aren't the same thing exactly. So line coding would be like, how the function equals collect, the constant equals section, the let equals allow. That's more along the lines of line coding. Line commands are like when I say that you need the system commands, or you need to utilize, like, let's say you want to utilize more RAM, you will put utilize _128 gigabytes. KB. But those are line commands. And those are really what I'm showing you now. So display _240p, that's a line command. Yes, it is a part of line coding, but it's basically just so the system can do something. If you wanted to code a game, when I eventually finish it, it's basically like its own coding language. You get what I'm saying? And something very important I need to tell everybody. You see this equal sign right here? You need to make sure that when you use the equal sign, you can use it in code. But if you're trying to use it to separate something, do not do it. Just, you better off using the dash or finding another symbol or using this symbol right here. Do not use that, because I'm telling you, It's gonna do nothing but cause a whole bunch of unknown programs to be in. It's gonna treat shit like an unknown program because the bracket is to cut off the program. So let's say you wanted to install multiple games or multiple codes, you could do that. And that's what that is for. So you needs to be careful. But obviously you can code with it because you need it in order to code. But I'm just saying, if you needed to separate something, don't do it. Also, sorry, I haven't really been uploading too many gameplay videos. I do have more games than what I have shown in the compilation or in the individual videos. And although these games, I would say, are somewhat easier to create in a sense, they do come with their own set of challenges. And I want to take my time with these instead of just, I took my time with the other games as well, but with these specifically, like with the other games, I was showing people early stages of the games and stuff like that. But with these, I'm like making them fully playable and making demos of them before I even show anything. So I just want to really see what I can do with it in the background, just so I know what to present. Because unlike my normal games, I already had a whole collection of stuff that I could just show you guys. But with this, it's like this is something brand new and I have to make sure everything is cool. And it's like every time I update it, it's like I have to make sure everything is cool so that something, because I've updated the line before and previous games then became incompatible and I had to either A, rewrite those games or B, make it compatible to where it could run those games, which is pretty much what I did. So it could run any line code that I made, even if it was from the very beginning.